Good afternoon and welcome to another Star Sports preview video. Getting to the end of the flat season now, and this week we're previewing Future Champions Day at Newmarket, particularly the Middle Park Stakes, the Dewhurst Stakes and the Cesarewitch. Joining me today is Trevor Harris, our head of anti-post betting, and after last week's disaster at Longchamp we're hoping to get some money back this week. Start off with the Middle Park, Group 1 over 6 furlongs for 2-year-olds. 10 runners go to post at Newmarket's Rolling Mile, and the favourite is Clive Cox's Reckless Abandon at 7-4, won the pre-morning last time out. And Trev, thoughts on this body?
Strong favourite. I think it's got excellent form. I'm not sure to train on, to be honest. I think they'll make hay now. Worry for me will be the going. I think if it becomes a war of attrition, Newmarket 6, quite a test. I could see it being outstayed, but I think it's the best horse in the race, and I think it's priced up about right, about 13 to 8, and wouldn't put anyone off it. But I just wonder if the rain really comes. It's forecast to rain today and again on Saturday. If it's a real attritional test at 6, it might get outstayed.
Do you think? I don't think the rain's going to help the second favourite either. Mubajib, Marco Botti's boss, is a 3-1 second favourite. Adam Kirby was originally jocked off Reckless Abandon earlier this season, but he's got the ride on the second favourite here, Mubajib. What do you think of this one?
Well, I wouldn't read too much into Kirby's decision. I think he thinks long term he'll stick with Mubajib because he's already been.
I think he's already been kicked off.
Yeah, so he's thinking if I now mess it up with Mubajib, I could be on an even next year. So I think maybe Mubajib will be more of a 3-year-old as well, the 2. I think he's got some catching up to do on what they've achieved this year. I mean, Reckless Abandon sets a pretty high standard. Mubajib's a nice horse. I think the 2 will make a 3-year-old, but on Saturday, I think Reckless Abandon will probably have too much speed. So. I like both horses, mine.
We've then got the Aidan O'Brien trained duo. We've got Cristoforo Colombo at 6-1, Parliament Square at 9-1. I quite like the latter at 9-1. He finished 3rd in the morning. He's handled soft ground and iron at Tipperary and Fairy House. It is going to be good to soft ground, I think, at Newmarket at the weekend. I think if Mubajib's, I know Mubajib's won a race into the morning, but I think Mubajib's 3, Parliament Square's 9. Parliament Square's going to handle the ground. I thought he ran a decent race in the morning. He kind of got trapped behind when Reckless Abandon had pretty much already won the race from the front. He didn't stay as well as his stablemate George Vancouver, who's running in the Dewhurst, who we'll come on to in a minute. But I thought he ran a pretty decent race, and I thought 9-1. I know he ran a bit disappointing at Donny last time, but that was over 7 in a big field. I wonder whether this race might be a bit more up his street. But you quite like the other Aidan O'Brien horse, Cristoforo Colombo, don't you?
Yeah, just read between the lines and stuff. I just think connections like this horse. I think those closest to the horse think this is decent. The horrible experience last time, brought down by stablemate, or sorry, owner's mate, was a bit of a disaster. And I think they believe this is probably one of their better 2-year-olds.
Yeah, well, they put Ryan Moore for it, which suggests they think they favour it over Parliament Square. But I mean, I don't normally read a lot into that.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can go skin wondering what connections
they've won this with second strings the last few years.
If you watch it with your eyes, Parliament Square's got better form, and probably should be shorter. But
any others to mention? We've got Master of War, Belaine 10-1 shots, Gale Force 10 at 12s, and then Hototo at 16s.
I mean, Heavy Metal has got the draw to be ridden prominently from. It's on beyond that rail. It's probably going to be leading until 2 out. I can't see it holding on even for a place, but 33s, 25s, it could give you a bit of
ground a bit quicker as well.
Definitely, but he might set the race up. I just wonder if that might help Mubajib. We might just track him up the rail, or Cristoforo Colombo. I shouldn't really worry about the draw too much with 10 runners, but out on a wing, Reckless Abandon in 2, not ideal.
Yeah.
But no, I think the top of the market will play through here.
Yeah.
I think Heavy Metal might run well at big price.
Yeah, for me, Parliament Square each way is probably the one I'd be interested in the race, but not a huge interest. I think Reckless Abandon will be hard to beat. But like Trev says, I'm not sure he's going to train on and turn into much next season, but we'll see. Next we've got Dewhurst, probably the best 2-year-old race of the year normally, and we've got the best 2-year-old in the race. Dawn Approach of Jim Bolgers is the 2-5 favourite of us. Won all 5 races. From 5 furlongs, 7 furlongs, won the first 2-year-old race of the season, the UK and Ireland, and here he is turning up in the Dewhurst. Going to struggle to get him beat, I think, with just the 6 runners, but what are your thoughts?
Well, I keep saying this, you know, they're nice and short, you should want to lay them, but I think this is quite a good price actually, 4-9, 2-5. I think, you know, I don't really fancy Ashdown, that's a problem, and especially if the rain comes, I think that will really struggle. If you take that out of the race, you're not left with a lot, really, are you? I think he'll win. I think he's a fair price at 4-9, and be very pleased to lay the odds against him.
I've kind of very boringly agreed that the 2 to 5 favourite's probably going to dot up here. I think George Vancouver is interesting, stepped up to 7. You know, he ran well behind Reckless Abandon, really stayed on late in the day, in the morning.
No, I agree.
If it had been 8 runners, I probably would have played him each way, but I think at 6 runners, disgracefully played him each way. I shouldn't claim it to justify the bet to put up on it. But no, I mean, and also the ground with him, you know, he's won at Dundalk, he came second on reasonably good to quick round at Deauville. But yeah, I mean, I think we'll struggle to get.
Well, yeah, my play would be to take on Edgdown. So a bit muggy, but I might do forecasts. Dawn approach to beat his Irish.
Interesting that they've thrown the Ferryman in this though.
Yeah.
Won at soft ground to Ferrari and put Ryan Moore on. He'd be an interesting one to watch for next season, perhaps.
Definitely.
You know, as I said, they do target this meeting with big price ones. You know, I'm just thinking Power, Beethoven. They've all, and they've never been that well fancied. So
no, true.
It'd be interesting to see how they get on. But I mean, yeah, boringly again, we're going to go. I think the favourite's probably the most likely one. But keep an eye on the other 2 Aidan O'Brien horses.
Yeah.
We're not really a big fan of the John Gosden horse.
No, I think it's overrated.
Cesarewitch then. The only race to be run in 2 counties,
Indeed.
which is the cliche used every time the race is analysed. We should get jobs on Racing UK or something. Run over 2 miles 2, 36 runners. Favourite is Countrywide Flame. I'm going to kick us off. I think this favourite's a shocking price. Got his own time of it, got his easy way of it up front to Chester last time. I know he's off 88, he was off 84 and he's only off 88 here. I just wonder whether he was flattered that day and people are more pricing up on the fact that he's a top class hurdler and there are other horses with far superior flat form in this race. You know, he's 9 to 1 with us, he's 7s in places. It wouldn't be a betting proposition for me at single figures. What do you think on the favourite here?
Yeah, I mean, if you can translate his improvement over National Hunt, he's about 140 plus there, so he's obviously well handicapped if it's the same sphere, and it isn't. This is a tough race to make all in. I mean, he'll be prominent all the way. He's so game, he gets headed over hurdles, looks beat, comes again, but what a tough race to try and be prominent all the way. And I think you're right. I think anything single figures in this race is worth taking on. And well handicapped or not, he'd be one.
Shall we just have a quick spin through the next 3 or 4 and then pick a couple of big price ones out, shall we? We like doing that. Hurricane Higgins, thoughts on that one?
Problems with the stalls in the past, came good with a flag start at Goodwood or flip start at Goodwood, stays all day from a very respected yard. Well, given his problems with the stalls, I mean, he could have refused to race and he'd have totally wouldn't be back in him at single figures. Not for me.
No, I agree. I don't think he's much at the price. Montasa, one of Montasa.
Improving handicap, David Simcoe got horse, isn't it? Currently still a reserve. If it gets in, then he's one to come out. He might well get in, but improving likely race, bit of the same profile as the Godolphin horse that's now Dubai, whatever it's called, that one.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think it's hardened enough for it, really.
I quite like Olympiad. I know you've got concerns about the ground, but it's won on soft ground at Gowran earlier in the year. Obviously dotted up on fast ground at York last time. I thought 14s with a certain Irish firm was quite big.
Agree.
I may avail myself of some of the 14s.
It won sort of £6 high, it won at York, and though York was better ground, it won like a properly well handicapped horse, and he sauntered through the race. Likely race project, Dermot Wells master of this. Yeah, I think for me it'd be favourite on good ground. If he doesn't run, then we get reserve in, and my stand might. But yeah, if it's good ground, I think it should be favourite.
Any strong thoughts on the other kind of 3, which are kind of around the same price? Motivado, I Have a Dream, and Marta.
I think Motivado will enjoy the step up and trip. It's probably got 2 in the weights. That's what President's always suspected. I Have a Dream. I think it's very short personally, but.
Well, the fancied horses are drawn very wide in this, aren't
they? It's Aidan. Yeah, I mean, until last year it was seen as you can't win from out there, but never can tell. Proved it all wrong last year.
There's been a few places who've been like in the high 20s as well before.
I wouldn't get too dogmatic about the draw.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
I think you can overcomplicate things. I Have a Dream is price up in connections.
Yeah.
You're going to be taking under the odds, but obviously you've got to respect them. Marta, I think, will just travel and get beat after travelling really well. And Albert Bridge I really liked, and I was shocked how short it was. I was quite impressed with it last time, and then I thought it was 14-16. I think that's totally unexposed to stay.
A bit of 20s with a certain Leeds-based firm earlier on.
Hernando should stay, but you're paying to find out. 16-1 now. If Eagle Rock got in, I'd be interested. I think that stays all day long. 2
big prizes for you then from me. Icon Dream at 33, drawn 14. Jim Goldie and William Buick. Came 3rd in the Northumberland Plate on heavy ground. Got plenty of form, you know, up in the van in these, in these big staying handicaps. I think the soft ground, drawn 14, drawn in the middle. You can't have any arguments about being drawn in the middle.
No, that's fine.
I thought 33s was massive for us. That definitely will get the trip and stay the ground. And rather than going for these, sexy Prescott Simcoe horses, I thought a nice trusted handicapper like Icon Dream was interesting at 33.
Well, jockey booking's really significant.
Yeah, massive. It says William Buick's got the road, but I thought Graham Lee might have the road. We've only just got these dates through.
I've got William Buick. That's very interesting.
I'm not sure if it is. Graham Lee might be riding elsewhere. We might be wrong on that. William Buick and Graham Lee.
The Eagle will do.
But I have very good jockeys. The other one I'm going to put up at 33s was Lyric Street. First time blinkers, drawn 35, but with Darren Eden claiming £5. Quite a prominent runner. I just thought he could get across from 35, get a prominent position, and the draw won't be too bad. He's not really had that many runs on soft ground. Had one run at Haydock where he got stuffed, but other than that, there's not a lot to go on. And I'm not one for breeding Noel, but
it's a Monju, is he?
I'm not sure, but I remember looking at a lot of the family go on soft ground. I thought 33s was interesting in first time blinkers for a very talented apprentice. Though Icon Dream and Lyric Street would be my 2 big price pokes in the race.
Yeah, my 2 monsters would be Beyond, David Pipe, 7th in this last year, lightly raced since, a couple of pounds higher. Crack Irish Apprentice booked, will definitely stay.
It's certainly been laid out for this, hasn't it?
Yeah, been trained for the race, will definitely stay. And the other one is Bernie the Bolt, less obvious, but just if this becomes really attritional, this horse will stay, and stay. And the 33-1, drawn 11, David Probert, I think he could run quite well.
So there you go, you've got 4 massive prices to go out there, probably all be out with the washing on the Rolling Mile come Saturday afternoon. Good luck, whatever you back. Remember to give us a call for any bets in any of the Newmarket races or any of the other races on Saturday. There's something called National Hunt Racing making a return on Saturday, I don't know what that's all about. But do give us a call, 08000 521 321. Also check out the website www.starsportsbet.co.uk for all our blogs and etc. I'm sure the lads will be talking about some horses in the Cesarewitch and the Dewhurst in the Middle Park, and I've put up some silly X Factor bets for you to look at. Also check us on Twitter, starsports_bet, where we'll be tweeting throughout the weekend. And good luck whatever you back, and see you next week for the Champions Day preview.